Yeah, when I came back in 1982 in Bangladesh, and my mom was, by that time, my mom was looking for a girl for me. He was, wherever he was going, he was looking. I mean, he was telling everybody just to give a good girl for my son, like that. And if he went to go any party, any relative's house, if she saw a girl, young girl, she used to take her details and everything. It was, I mean, she was so much eager to find a good girl for me. And really, I am very lucky that my mom, she went to my one of my cousin's house. That cousin house, her my nephew's marriage was there. She went to attend that marriage ceremony. In that ceremony, my cousin sister, my cousin sister, her son's marriage was there, and my mom went to attend that marriage, and their neighbor is her, she was their neighbor. Okay. She was very young and very beautiful. So in the first sight, my mom just chose her, and she started taking the information. She, first of all, she did not tell anything. She was looking that all the young girls are going, shouting, dancing, but this girl, she's sitting quietly, observing everything, but helping everything, giving foods to serving people, but not like other girls, shouting or laughing or like that. She is very much reserved. So my mom, she, in her mind, she chose her. She took a decision that yes, this girl is perfect for my son. Okay. So in 1982, I think it was November, I went to Bangladesh. And the day I went, my mom, she told me, oh, you see, I had a list of girls here, and I want you to go and see them and just choose one of them. I think all of them are very, very good, but this is my first preference. So I took my cousin brother, that cousin also a history, that cousin brother, who later on married to my younger sister, one of my younger sister, that is my third sister. He was in Pakistani army, and he was in Pakistan that time during the liberation time. In Pakistan, and in Pakistan, all the Bangladeshi army who was in Pakistan, they were disarmed and they were in a separate camp. So after liberation, we exchanged all the Bangladeshi soldiers whom was there, and we sent them, and they sent like that. We exchanged this with this 93,000 army which we captured. So my mom gave me that list. So I took my cousin that let's go. And this cousin is the brother of the cousin sister where my mom go for the marriage, So I went with him. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So I told him, okay, your first preference is this lady, this girl. Let me go and see her first. I went there, my cousin's house, and I told them, Mom sent me to see her, so how you can help me? So that day, she's made a party over her house and invited them. That my brother is here, and so he been in Saudi Arabia, and he was a freedom fighter, and he came back. So there is a party in my house, so they invited her. They went to attend the party, an innocent girl, she don't know anything, but I seen her there, I talked to her, and I was impressed. I liked her, and so I came back to my mom and give back her list. With that, Mom, I don't need this list. Whatever you had told me the first preference, that is okay with me. I don't want to. No, okay, you go. You have the choice. You can compare. No, nothing. I don't want to compare anything else. This is the best. So in November. It was 14th of November I went Bangladesh, and 16th of November I went to see her in my cousin's house. I met her there, and the next day we sent the proposal to their home, and there, because my father-in-law was not more, she lost her father in 1977, I think. So there is no father-in-law. My mother-in-law was alone with her 3 sons and 1 daughter only. She is the only daughter of my mother-in-law, and I have 3 brother-in-law. She is the eldest one. So after sending the proposal, they accept it, and everything was finalized. Within a month, on the 17th of December, the day of marriage was decided, and accordingly it's happened.
But then you said after you were married, you returned to Jeddah.
Yes. That time she was a student. She just completed her graduation. She was and she took admission in law college. She completed her Bachelor of Commerce and went to law college, admitted to law college. And then at that time I married her, so it was interrupted, her education, for a few times. After marriage I stay with her for about 5 months, and then I had my job in Saudi Arabia, so I left her in Bangladesh with my mother, and I went to Saudi Arabia. And I told her that as your law school is already interrupted, you better start took admission in Teachers Training Institute. So she took admission for a Teachers Training Institute, and she was in that time it was in Kumilla district, the school. So she completed her Bachelor of Education also, and she worked in Bangladesh for a few days as a teacher also in some schools, and then I took her in Saudi Arabia. And when after marriage I went Saudi Arabia, And my first daughter, my only daughter, my very beloved daughter, Wahida, she was born in 1983, October 1983. I was that time in Saudi Arabia. And then I came back in September 84 from Saudi Arabia. And then after that I took her there, because in Saudi Arabia the problem was that time, like here everywhere, to bring your family, it took a lot of time. So I applied there already, and when I came with their visa in Bangladesh, and that time she was born, and after few days in 1984, they went to join me. 84 or 85, something like that. My wife, she went to join me in Saudi Arabia. So
I was 2 years old when I went?
No, it was 1 year, 1.5 years, I think. When you went. Yeah, you were born in 1983. You were born in 1983, and you went to join us in 1984. 84 or 85, something like that. I think 85, something like that. My son Adel, the first son, who is now an environmental engineer, he was born in 11th of July. And I remember that day. Maybe I am just, going to other.
Go ahead, I'll bring you back to your high school and university.
I remember that day, then because I was sick and I was in hospital, and my wife was also in hospital in Bangladesh. And my neighbor, where I live in Saudi Arabia, they were also Bangladeshi, and I used to call that lady auntie, and my wife was not, I was alone, so she used to take care of mine always, used to give me food and everything. And I was in the hospital. Actually, I was in the office, and from there I went to the hospital. I had some a cold and like that. And from the office, because the office there, the medical was free, the office used to pay. So I took a slip from the administrative officer, and went to the hospital for a regular checkup. And the doctor said, "Oh, you are serious. You have to stay in the hospital for today." Because so he kept me there for that night, and I cannot inform even my neighbor that I am in the hospital. And the telephone came from Bangladesh. There, that time we don't have cell phone. We had only land phone. So the telephone came from Bangladesh, and they informed them that I got a child like that, and they were looking for me, where I am. I did not come back at home at night. And hospital, next day morning when I called them that I am in the hospital like that, "Oh, where you are, you got a child," like that. I was so excited, immediately asked the doctor, "No, I have to go right away." So I came home. So I so remember that. The coincidence is that she is in the hospital, I was in the hospital. That was the thing.
And in two different countries.
In two different countries. Yeah.
Wow.
Third one is studying in Ottawa University. He is also in the Department of Engineering. He is doing chemical engineering.